serious? Are you serious? Are they really seriously considering the Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, could be serious?
Wait,
are you serious?
Yes, I am serious.
Are they really serious?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, could actually become the next Supreme Court Justice, replacing Stephen Breyer, who's going to retire. Are you serious? Well, I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Let's take a look at this right now. This would be historic for sure. And in a lot of ways, this is a power move by the liberals and those from the farthest of the far left. First of all, let's put a shout out right now for www. Oh, you're going to love this, guys. Seriously, you're going to love this. Heidi loves this product. www.staywinterwarm.com. Let's say it again. www.staywinterwarm.com. And down here in Florida, it's going to be 66 today here in Florida. I'm not crying at all. No way. Beautiful. But this weekend, it will be the coldest it's been in this part of Florida in 40 years. It's going to drop around down to 26 degrees. These people will be frigid. But I won't, because I have www.staywinterwarm.com. This is an incredible heater. Look at this thing. Just plug it in the wall. Just plug this in the wall and let the heat flow, baby. Let the heat flow. And get this. You plug it in the wall. You got an on and off switch right here. Okay. You've also can operate manually here, or Heidi loves this, or it even comes with a little remote control, so you can turn it on and off here. You can set the timer, how long you want it to run here. You can also set the temperature you want, a little warmer, a little cooler, and you set the speed of the fan. Don't let this hit the fan. Stay warm. Don't let the ice hit the fan. Stay warm. Staywinterwarm.com. That's www.staywinterwarm.com. This new report states that current heating cost for the average family is soaring. But the U.S. Energy Information Administration says that 2021-2022 energy prices are at multi-year highs. For example, those who use gas for heat can expect to see a 30% increase in your heating bills, 40% if you use electricity. This is why I highly recommend Americans get this mini heater for their households or the workplace. This amazing device is intended to make any room toast warm in minutes, and it really does. Heidi loves this thing. She loves it because I always keep the thermostat down, because I always want to keep it cool because I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see. But she likes to stay cool. So, I like to stay cool. She likes to stay warm as toast. So she loves this thing. She said, this is the greatest thing you've ever done, Paul. I said, I didn't do it. I'm just telling people about it. It's called www.staywinterwarm.com. That's www.staywinterwarm.com. All right, guys, I thought you would love that little thing. Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Supreme Court, Kamala Harris, VPS. Seriously, Kamala Harris, she may be the next Supreme Court Justice of the United States of America. Hummingbird, thank you. Yeah, I know. Got a fever of 103. Heidi says the temperature is about 103. Yeah, I know. But when it's cold outside, she likes to use this little heater, and she says it's just awesome. Okay, can I get focused on what I'm supposed to be talking about here? It's going to be a big day today. First of all, let me just tell you right now. I interviewed Ronnie McMullen Tuesday. Twice, and we were censored and shut down twice, and you guys saw it happening because they would shut me down and leave him on the air by himself stranded. We never have had that happen. It shouldn't. We were both on Zoom, so you can't shut down the host, but leave the show going for the other guy. That's insane. That's censorship, censorship, censorship. So we know it happened. Interviewed him twice. You guys loved it. You watched the interview. They were great information we had. One interview was 14 minutes long, but it had 18,000 views. The other one was 24 minutes long, 28,000 views. But I've asked Ronnie to come back and let's talk about it again and try to get the rest of what we want to say out. So I'm going to interview Ronnie McMullen from GetTheT.com at 4 o'clock. Be part of that live audience, okay? And also today, I'm going to be also on a podcast in about a half hour. I'm going to be on the largest Catholic podcast in the world. I'll be interviewed there, so if some of you may want to go watch it, it's on Eric. No, it ain't live. He records it, so I'm going to go do that with Eric, and that's it. And then I'll be back for some more updates today right here on this YouTube channel. And I'm interviewing Mike from around the world for the Effects of Planet X DVD. That's going to happen. The Effects of Planet X DVD. That's going to happen. When it does, it's going to be posted tomorrow on the webinar. Mike from around the world. I'm going to interview him tonight about 8 o'clock. Meanwhile, Heidi is in there working feverishly on our presentation that her and I are going to do. We're going to give you the spaghetti models of all 4 speakers in a presentation that's also part of the webinar. So you get 5 presentations in this webinar. So we're going to take what Stephen Ben-Danoon, Gil Brazard, Marshall Masters, and Mike from around the world says about the effects of Planet X, and we're going to put it in a presentation for you to show you the spaghetti model. When is the timing? What is the effects of Planet X? It's a presentation by Sister Heidi and I, Paul and Heidi Begley. We're going to do that together. Now, yes, I called her my sister because sister in the Lord, but she is my wife. You understand. Now, here's the deal. I got to tell you something. This is crazy. It's crazy, but we're going to keep a close eye on what's going on out here and all the things that are happening. Let's talk about Kamala Harris and this possible move by the liberals. Could be credible. It is possible. Speculation is ramping up now that Kamala Harris could be President Joe Biden's Supreme Court pick. They're floating it right now. They're floating it. The media is floating it to get the reaction by the public. They want to know if the public, especially the liberals, want this. Now, as news broke about the Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, who's going to retire, speculation began to ramp up that President Joe Biden could tap the embattled Vice President Kamala Harris to replace Stephen Breyer, keeping his promise to appoint a black woman to the high court while opening possibilities of a less politically tainted running mate for 2024. In other words, it's a coup d'etat. What he could do is he get rid of the problem that Kamala Harris looks really, really weak as a VP. He keeps his promise about appointing a black woman to the Supreme Court, and she gets to go do the job that she really has always dreamed to do. And she's young enough that she could be on that court for 35 to 40 years, giving the liberals a far left voice. Now, former White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany said yesterday she endorsed the unlikely notion that Harris could get the nomination as a way to end the controversies surrounding her. I think it's a theory, but it could be credible, said McEnany. She said while co-hosting the Outnumbered show on Fox News. The improbable idea was floated by co-host Harris Faulkner amid the breaking reports that Breyer plans to retire and after the court recesses at the end of June. Biden has said repeatedly he would pick a black woman as his first Supreme Court nominee. And Faulkner said that it's hard to not see at least Harris making the list. They don't know what to do with Kamala Harris in the White House right now. I can't be the only person who can see this. And of course, Kayleigh said she was, of course, a White House spokeswoman for President Donald Trump. She was a press secretary. She told Faulkner, "I think you're right." And she said, possibly was playing in my mind from the moment we heard about his retirement. Politically speaking, if you're not happy with your vice president and you want her to in a different role, there could be no greater role than to be put on the Supreme Court course, because that's actually probably in long term, that's a power position that you never have to give up as long as you live. And I would think that Kamala Harris would be on the short list, she said. The question is, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about the possibility near the top of her daily press briefing. She said, I'm not going to speak to any considerations or preparations in list. She didn't say no. She didn't say, that's ludicrous. There's no way the president, look, she's the VP. Nope, she did not dismiss it, which means it is in play, folks, in the political world in Washington. Psaki also noted that Biden has every intention, as he said before, of running for re-election, and for running re-election with Vice President Harris on the ticket as a partner. He said that 2 weeks ago because he was being pressured in whether or not he was going to run or not. Of course he can change that and ask if Harris would be able to vote on her own nomination in an evenly split U.S. Senate where she is the tiebreaker for Democrats. Psaki said, I'd have to check on the specifics. Now, somebody better go check the constitutional lawyers on that one. Supreme Court nominees only need a simple majority for confirmation, since Republicans voted to lower that threshold from 60 votes back in 2017. And Erwin Chemerinsky, dean of the University of California's Berkeley School of Law, told the Post that he was unaware of any constitutional limit that would prevent Harris from voting to confirm herself in case the Senate tied 50-50. It certainly would be unprecedented. And New York University School of Law professor Barry Friedman, an expert on constitutional law, called it a great question, and I think yes, but I don't know. Harris has been dodged by criticism since President Joe Biden tapped her to deal with the ongoing migration crisis at the southern border. And multiple reports have detailed dissension among her staffers who constantly quit, don't want to work for her, and call her a bully, and said they're treating her like beep. I don't want to, guys, this is the New York Post. Okay, this is the New York Post. Anyway, let me just say this. I mean, if you ask me, that's insanity. I mean, why are we having so many issues here? But wait, there's more. Her office has also been rocked by a series of high-profile resignations, including that of an advisor and chief spokeswoman, Simone Sanders, who left without having another job lined up, but recently landed a gig with the cable news network MSNBC. Last month, Harris, a former U.S. Senator, California Attorney General, and San Francisco District Attorney, told CBS Face the Nation that she wasn't angling for a seat on the Supreme Court. Guys, it's definitely a possibility. Nobody's saying no here. Nobody's saying no. Harris says, I'm not trying to angle for it. Biden was, he ain't saying nothing. Psaki says, look, I don't want to speculate. Everybody, she's not saying no. The president says no. That's just conspiracy theorists. So in other words, it's in play. Okay, it is definitely in play. So what does it mean? I think that's an important question to ask. What does it mean if Kamala Harris became a Supreme Court justice? Well, first of all, you have to look at her record as a district attorney in San Francisco. And it was pretty atrocious, to be honest. She's all over the lot. And then she wound up being the Attorney General of the state of California. And that was a mess. She ran for president. She got 1%, but somehow was chosen to be the VP for Joe Biden. She's in the White House as the vice president and has the lowest approval rating in the history of vice presidents. But she is the first woman vice president, and she is the first woman of color. She's really not black. She is Asian, but still, it doesn't matter. She's a woman of color. So what it means is that Joe Biden could fulfill for once, he could maybe get one of his campaign promises correct by choosing her. He can get rid of her as a VP problem that isn't doing very well, choose somebody brand new like Buttigieg, break another ceiling barrier there, and put her on the Supreme Court, which she will lean so left that it will break the left wall down. But it doesn't change the power of the court, because the court is right now 6-3 if you count John Roberts as a conservative, which I don't. Even with Breyer going away and Harris coming in, the court will lean even further left, but the power still remains in the conservative camp. Even with Harris, even with John Roberts not knowing if he's a conservative or a liberal. So very interesting situation developing here. The one big deal about it is this. She is young and will be around for a long, long time. If she doesn't get picked, then she has about 3 years left of her political career, because she'll never be able to run again for anything else because of her failures and dislike and what have you, just for whatever happens, because of her poll numbers, really, I guess, that she's been embattled with. So it's very interesting. This is a huge deal, folks, for Kamala Harris. Don't you doubt it. Huge deal for her. And a huge win for Kamala Harris, a huge win for the Democrats, a huge win for the left-leaning liberals, and a huge win for the president, because now he fulfills a promise and gets to pick a new partner, which I think, in my opinion, I'm going to say right now, is Pete Buttigieg. That's how I see it playing out. Let's see how it works. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Got a lot to do. I'm going to be back. It's going to be a long day, and don't you dare forget, I'll be back live at 4, if not before that. Certainly at 4, with trying to get this information out that was censored 3 times already with Ronnie McMullen. And then also, I'll be live tonight with Mike from around the world, and that starts at 9:30 Eastern. You don't want to miss it. Guys, go get your tickets right now for the effects of Planet X. You know, what's really amazing here is I usually have like banners and stuff I could do, and for some reason I don't have any of that capability here, and I don't know what I did wrong. What is it I did wrong? What is it that I didn't do? What part of this? Is it because I didn't push that button right there? You know, I usually have that capability. I think I just put... Can you guys hear me good, though? I mean, so everything else worked out well. I just couldn't... Huh. Isn't that strange? It's very strange. Plus, I like to show the... you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll have to adjust that. There's a couple things I like to do. Anyway, Harris is 57 years old. That's right. 57. So that means she'll be on the court at least 30 years. Pretty well 30 years. Okay? So, that's a big move. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go, and I'll be back later. How about a song? Yeah, let's do it. I saw that. Somebody earlier asked for a song, so I'm going to give you guys one. It's kind of interesting. Boy, I talked to Israel Hall last night. He was in Nashville, Tennessee with Kevin Wilson, and they're working on a brand new album. And Israel's very particular. He's very, very picky. He wants things exactly right. He makes great music. He's a great engineer and musician and singer in his own right, and songwriter. He's tremendous. But Kevin wrote all of his own songs. It's his own original music. But they put together a world-class band, I understand, and down there in Nashville. And Israel said it is awesome. He said this is an awesome, awesome album coming out with Kevin Wilson. So wow, that's what I'm talking about right there. So I'm excited to hear what it's. I've heard him sing the songs, all of them to me, just on a guitar by himself. But I really am looking forward to hearing what this album is going to be all about. I think that you can't beat the combination. Kevin Wilson is just a tremendous, tremendous guy, to be honest with you. He really is. And so I'll be right back, guys, with more information. Stick around here. We're in the last days, and Jesus is coming soon. Give your life to Jesus Christ before it's too late, because he is coming back. I was walking home from school on a cold and winter day. Took a shortcut through the woods and I lost my way. It was getting late and I was scared and alone. Then a kind old man took me by the hand and he led me home. Mama couldn't see him, but she was standing there. I knew in my heart he was an answer to my prayer. Oh, I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you in our darkest hour, show us how to live. They teach us how to give, to guide us with the light of love. When life held troubled times and had me down on my knees, there's always been someone to come and comfort me. A kind word from a stranger to lend a helping hand, a phone call from a friend just to say I understand. Ain't it kind of funny at the dark end of the road, someone lit the way with just a single ray of hope. I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you in your darkest hours. They show us how to live. They teach us how to give, and guide us with the light of love. They wear so many faces, show up in the strangest places, grace us with their mercy in our time of need. See you guys. I'll be back with more. Give your life to Jesus Christ. It's almost over.